On a gorgeous late summer afternoon, it's time for football from New Era Field in Orchard Park, New York. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Miami Dolphins and the Buffalo Bills. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready. Launch for you. 3-2 jet bomber. 3-2 jet bomber. Hit it.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
At the 23-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, McClain. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, his intended target, and it's third down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Operating from the gun, McClain. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. Taking it about the 16. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. Now Allen. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Fletcher. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. Here we go.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down and 4, Allen. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Here's Allen. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. 12 yards that time, and a Bills 1st down.
Well, he's looking sharp right from the get-go here. Tough division. They needed this kind of a start. But I think this is part of where scripting comes in. We always hear about the scripting of plays, how they're going to be called. Everyone dress rehearses their script, and right now they're following it to a T.
And for that opening drive, so part of the script still to come, right, partner?
Yeah, no doubt about it. We've got a ways to go with that, but you can tell that they worked on the script the entire week in practice, and it's paying off for them.
Well, a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Allen to throw once more. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
To throw on 2nd down, McLean. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
53, check 53. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Off play action. McLean. And he fires one that's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
Throwing right, and that's complete. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
Watch Mike. Come off the ball. Mike 52.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Allen. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. From 13 yards out, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Boy, that route is really tough to cover because if they're running it correctly, you think it's really going to be a slant.
Yeah, well, we talk all the time about how it's tough to execute offensively, but you're saying, don't forget, it's tough to cover for the defense, too.
Yeah, the number one thing that you're taught is to not get caught inside or get beat inside. So you guard that a little bit more. So that gives you a little bit more space to operate outside if you start your move initially inside if you're a receiver.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And it's 7-0 Buffalo. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
A Miami first down on a 14-yard pickup. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. First down, a run with Cohen. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest game, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
2nd and 6. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 29-yard line.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got a back. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Bravo.
2nd and 3. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Now we got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. Maybe the first big test of the season here on both sides. This is 3rd and goal.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Check.
Smooth.
From the gun, McClain. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. From 3 yards out, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
McManus's point after is good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now.
Monday.
Mike 52. Check. Begin.
Greystone travel.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Going right side here, and that's complete.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. To throw, it's Allen. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Strip that ball. Wide.
Get violent. 64. Weak.
On first down, McClain. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make this a second down.
At the 12-yard line.
Set. 18 Gator.
Time. Kill. Check out, please.
6-6. Bullet high. Let's go.
Now they'll run it with Cohen. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Ready up.
49, guys. Mike, 49. Here we go, T. Get off the field.
61. Matchbox lights.
49.
45.
On 3rd and 2, McClain into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. He's at the 50. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. What a play. The big man comes up with the interception. Puts together, Charles, a nice little return, too.
Yeah, he's not going to make anybody forget Darrell Green or Rod Woodson, but look at him lug that thing. He decided it was his. A lot of people might have thought about lateraling it there. No shot. Trying to take it the distance.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And some room to maneuver. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That good for 22 and a first down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Allen now on first down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down.
319.
52 for Mike. All you get is a header. Check.
Half 85. Half 85.
Check. Lucky.
General West. Gun.
To the air, Allen. And he's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills have taken the lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, McLean. That is caught by Cohen. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's make these big. Squeeze. Get it.
They'll run on 1st down. Cohen. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 39-yard line.
Let's get it.
Set. Ready? 15. Ronnie. 15 line. Keep him.
On 2nd down now, it's Cohen. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance in guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
The Dolphins on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Stand up in. Check safety. Under crunch. Shit.
Ready.
This is Wilkins. Well, he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
I get the thought process. 3rd and short, give it to the fullback, let him bulldoze his way. But that means you're counting on your offensive line to win the line of scrimmage, aren't you?
Yeah, and there was just a mass of bodies there at the line. Looked like more defenders than offensive guys. Winds up losing yardage.
Come on, fellas.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On 1st down, Madison. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the shift.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
And that's one of the reasons we like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
No. Check it. 52 right here. 52. Hey, keep it up.
On 3rd down, Madison. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 12 yards that time, and a Bills 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
It's just me and you.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. He sets to fire deep. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. And now they'll throw with Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
From the gun, a run for Johnson. He stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Allen going to throw. Finding Knox there, complete. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
The kick by Elliott is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
X3, 218, jump.
On 1st and 10, McLean. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
I got you, boy.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
1st down, Miami.
Let's go now.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the gun, McLean. Looking left side, he's got it, complete.
Complete to number 86. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the Bills' 35-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Check 52.
2nd and 1. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
First down.
Here we go.
This quarterback now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10.
Tight end right. Even. 4 down. Even.
Protein spill.
Off the play fake. McLean. Ebron caught left side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Eric Ebron, 30 yards. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
It used to be that if you were a big wide receiver and the coaches wanted to make you a tight end, you resisted the move. Now it's almost a glamour position because they have the mismatch advantage. Are you going to cover them with a linebacker? They're probably faster. A defensive back? They're going to be bigger. tight end is the new big-time position.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal.
There he goes left side. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A big play there. Making quite a splash with his second touchdown in his NFL debut. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. Elliott now to add the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
On the ready.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
1st down, Dolphins.
Down. 60 or. Recon. 132 fighter.
Check 50. Kill.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Keep playing.
A reminder coming up at halftime, it's the season debut of the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, as we look ahead to all the action coming up this opening weekend. And of course, we'll also take a look back at this first half. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin. That'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down.
Mike 53. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. 53 for Mike. 53 for Mike.
Hey, Echo.
Mike 53. 53.
Now.
Operating from the gun, McLean. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play.
Ready.
This quarterback now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10.
Check 53.
From the gun, McLean. And he completes it to Cohen. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Go. Go.
Hey, Haywood.
53 is the mic.
2nd and 4. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
And the Dolphin first down.
This quarterback now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, Delta.
53, check 53.
Check right, check right. Ready.
Operating from the gun, McLean. This will be caught inside the 10. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Hey, Zoo.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. All right. Here we go. Let's go.
Again, he'll drop to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. David Long, the rookie from West Virginia, there defensively.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Here's a 2nd and 7. Flushed out right. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Let's go. 15-1. 15-1.
Hey.
From the gun on 3rd down, McLean. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. It's a loss of 3 on what should be the final play of the first half. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
From the 31, Allen flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. They'll get a couple of yards on the keeper, but it's going to lead to a 4th down. The Bills send the punter out. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because
and for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
The 7-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. On play action, Allen. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his 2nd interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Greystone, travel.
Push him back. Watch the safety creep. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight.
Hey, exit. Go.
2nd and 5. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. That's taken on the 25. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. from midfield. Here's Allen. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. There he goes, right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a three-syllable word.
Yeah.
You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
On 2nd down, Madison. He'll have a first down past the 40. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 41. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Eluding the pressure right. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zay Jones that time. And now it's 2nd down.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the... And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Auden Tate, 41 yards. And the Bills will add on to their lead. The fly route works for the TD Graham.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
Elliott good with a PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready, break.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Off play action. McLean. Quick hitter here. It's complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
Complete to number 84. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 39-yard line.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Cohen. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to third down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
61, matchbox lights. Ready?
From the gun on third down, McLean. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
First down, Miami.
Ready? 10 over.
49. Here we go, let's bring it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Hey, let's get this. Shift.
General West.
Slam.
Looking to throw on second down. McLean. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it in, throw it, go play action, and take your shot at the end zone.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Again, it's Cohen. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
Tighten up. Make 3. 218. Chop. 5.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. From 4 yards out, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Mike 52. Watch the run.
Go.
Check 52.
Yes.
On 2nd and 9, Allen escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
They run on first down as they get about 3, 2nd and 7, forthcoming. A gain of 3, second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
From the 36, Allen. Now they go screen. It's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up, 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, McLean. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That second down play nets a -4.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They become a little more ho-hum right there.
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
Over the middle, complete. That's Cohen. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. He's been terrific so far. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. Oh, and he's taken down here by his face mask by the looks of it. And a penalty flag is going to give a much better starting position.
Let's go, let's go.
So 1st and 10 after a big mistake on 4th down with a penalty. Allen running the option to the left. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
On first down, Allen looking downfield for Jones. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. 49 yards. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Elliott on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Let's go.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now a shotgun handoff to Cohen. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Off play action. McLean. He's going to air one out. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is taken at about the 14. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
A give right side now to Hunt. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And he completes it to the tight end Knox. It's a pickup of 17 on that one and a Bills first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence. And
it's a fumble. And this is picked up by the Dolphins.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll start with a give to Cohen. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And they take him down. The Bills get to it. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
60 outlaw.
Mike. Army. Kill.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Switch. Check the backer. Deuce. Watch twist.
Blue draw Porkins.
Throwing on first down. McLean. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down.
Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike.
Off the play fake. McLean. And he's going to go down again. Ed Oliver. He's the one that drops in this go-around. And that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. From the gun, McLean. Looking deep here for Ebron. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a fourth pick of the game. And now fourth down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
49, check 49. Get it.
On fourth down, McLean. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on fourth down. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
I'm going back to you.
This is Hunt. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Bills on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Back. 5 wide. Rush in.
Now Allen. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. They'll run on first down. Hunt. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. They'll run again with Hunt. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. 3rd down, and they're going to try the jet sweep. So 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
And Elliott puts this one through. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And a very solid return out across the 45-yard line before going out of bounds.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. Good job by their defense, though. They held him to 3, but this offense, they got and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this when everyone was excited that football was back.
And it's just special. You could just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
You got that right, but I love the build-up to it, right? All day long anticipating it, and then we got here and we saw a game, the first game of the year. Let's keep going.
So for the Bills, they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home crowd in the Thursday opener. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for Miami, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.